Yes, welcome back to Fairyhouse. Been a cracking start to 2025. And the man who joins me now, the champion trainer, Willie Mullins. 5 winners so far in the card. You've won both feature events, both here and obviously in Tramore. Firstly, Allegorie De Vassey. She was good today.
She was good. Paul was keen to make the running. We weren't sure whether Riviera de Tel was going to make it. She has done plenty in the past, but he just said to me in the parade ring before the race, if she's not going, he'd like to go on. I said, just belt away. And she really enjoyed it. And she took a few blows out the front, but she had plenty in reserve. Jumped very well. We schooled her the other morning, and Paul was particularly pleased with how she schooled, why she schooled so well and jumped so well today. She hasn't been sort of as sharp as she could have been as she was today, I think, anyhow.
And obviously jumped a lot better, which she couldn't but on her seasonal reappearance at Clonmel. She never jumped a fence that day.
Yeah, but anyhow, today worked.
And obviously, when she's good, she's very good, isn't she?
Yeah, she's just disappointed. We thought, I thought she was going to be a real good mare at one time. She is a good mare, but not as good as I thought she was. But whether we can ever get her to those heights where we aspire to go.
That's our 4th, 5th win at graded level. Could we see her going back to the Opera Hat where I think she won last year, didn't she?
Yeah, that's the next mare's race. It's back to 2 miles. We'll have a look. Yeah, I'm sure that's the obvious place to go. Yeah.
Embassy Gardens, you must have been thrilled with him. He's won really well the feature down in Tramore in seasonal debut.
Yes, I just rang Sean Mulrine before the race and I said, Sean, are you in Tramore? He said, no, Willie, I'm out in the sun here with 9 grandchildren and no TV reception. So, first world problem. And I'm sure he's very happy. Paddy Aspel will probably ring him and tell him, or I'll give him a shout myself after. But I loved the way he did it. Like last year, watching him race, I'm thinking he loves galloping, he loves jumping, and chatting to Michael O'Sullivan before the race, he said to me he didn't think there was much pace, and I said, well, you go ahead, be positive out the gate and take it to them, because I said that's what he loves to do, and he did it today. He always jumps, he always runs well fresh. If I can keep him in that sort of form for the rest of the season, now that's going to be the trick with him. He does taper off at the end of the season, but since we are halfway through the season and this is his first run, maybe he'll hold on to his form a bit longer this year.
Could he progress into an Irish national horse? Are you quite certain of what trip this horse ideally wants?
Well, that's what everyone said to me here. Irish national horse. And I said that's what I thought last year. I thought he could be a Gold Cup horse or an Aintree national horse, an Irish national horse. But I wonder, does he really stay those trips? We ran him in the National Hunt Chase in Cheltenham, 3-5 I think it is now. And I didn't think he got home. So I'm going to have a look at, I'll have to think about that. But I loved that was 2-5 today on heavy ground. He probably gets 3 miles. I'm not sure he gets further.
Okay, could he turn into maybe a Ryanair horse, or he might need to improve a bit?
That could be the job now. Yeah, Ryanair, yeah.
Could be just his right trip.
Something like that, yeah.
He's not slow, he doesn't lack a gear.
No, and the way he jumps, he's just fantastic. You'd love to be a jockey riding him. He gives you a fantastic feel. Well, it appears to be, anyway.
Aurora Vega, good to see her bounce back after that totally underwhelming performance in Wexford the last day.
Yeah, she was clinically abnormal, I think, after Wexford. I was worried with, what did we have, 24 mils of rain, nearly an inch of rain here last night, and I thought would I withdraw because the ground was so soft in Wexford, and if it was like that coming up here today, but Paul walked the track, he said, Willie, Fairyhouse needed every bit of that rain. He thought it was only yielding with 1 or 2 soft patches, and I think that might have made a big difference to her. I think she might be a little bit more ground dependent than we think.
Okay, and that might have, obviously clinically abnormal, they weren't right, but that would obviously factor in going forward with decisions as well about ground too.
Yeah, but at least she's back to form now again, so you like the fact that she's able to win around Fairyhouse. You're looking at the grade 1 here at Easter, and maybe the Solarina race here in, I think, about 25 days' time. 25th of January, I think it is. Yeah.
Okay, sounds victorious. He's done it well. Say we're slightly concerned turning in, but he's a horse who doesn't do very much in his race, does he?
Yeah, I mean, they've a good new initiative here where they've all the hurdles up the side of the track and down the far side before you turn into straight because of the low-lying sun. And Paul said he just went to sleep when he had no hurdles, nothing to keep his attention, and he only woke up between the last two hurdles. I thought Eddie Cawley's horse would win. I mean, he just arrived with a wet sail, looks a real nice type of horse. And our fella then, Paul, just gave him one or two slaps to wake him up, and when he got going again, you know, he had enough in the tank. He looks a real chaser in the making. You know, he wants get up to 3 miles, I think. I love the way he approached these hurdles in the early part of the race, just his head out, 2 big ears, looking for his own stride, picked his stride. Real nice chase in the making.
And obviously he's had a really good level of form and bumper. Sure, he's only beaten, what, 4 or 5 lengths in the champion bumper last year.
Yeah.
But he looks like a horse that's only going to improve when he steps further up in trip.
I think so. You know, he's out of a presenting mare, so he'll stay all day by Champ Kiely. You know, so he's got it on both sides. We're happy enough with him.
Yeah, good stuff. And your first winner in Tramore, name escapes me, something Coko, was it a rug?
Oh, more Coko, yeah. I think maybe my wife bred it, or maybe I bred it, but anyhow, more Coko, yeah, she's out of One Day More. It goes back to some ancient Grand National winner. I mean, he shows plenty of pace at home. He showed enough pace there today because he went around behind. I thought Brian was going to make the running, but he changed his mind when Rachel, I think, elected to make it all. And Brian just sat in, and he said to me, Brian Hayes said to me afterwards that he had plenty of pace, and that's what he's shown Brian at home the few times he's ridden him work. But his pedigree is all stamina as well. He's by Coko, so he's there's plenty of stamina there. So he's a horse I think will improve when he goes up and trip as well.
Just to recap of yesterday, I didn't get to speak to you yesterday.
Most importantly, we got David Flynn's money. The David Flynn maiden hurdle. David used to own Scholarly, that won the Triumph Hurdle, so every year I love going out to Tramore and taking it. Anyhow, yeah. So, anyhow, thank you again, David.
I just recap on yesterday. I was very taken by St. Lucia.
St. Lucia, yeah, she's a lovely filly. When she came, like a lot of the French horses, you know, they need a bit of time to acclimatise. She did, and her French form was nice, even though it was only one run. And I said we better run her if she's going to be any good. Let's find out. And she did it very well. I love the way she jumped. I love the way she galloped through the race, and then what she did from the last bend home. You know, she just opened up. Paul said she was only getting going as they, after the last, she was only getting going. So she looks top drawer.
Quick word about your remaining runners. Champ Kiely, O'Muro Park, he was running some race when he fell at the last here.
Kiely would have the hurdle rating to go very close here. O'Muro Park was running a cracker against Impere Pass when he fell here. Didn't deserve to fall, he jumped so well. But unless fences bring out huge improvement in him with a clear round, the other fellow will go very close. And we've one other one.
Chosen Witness,
yeah. He's going to have to find a bit on form over hurled, but he has to start and get going.
Nice horse in the bumper as well, won a pint for Donegal.
That's right, I'm not sure how good he is by triple threat, I think, and he's fitting well, that's all I can tell you about him.
It's been a good start to 2025, long may continue, well done.
Thanks very much, Kevin, cheers.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.